Good morning, students. In the previous classes, we discussed the chapter called Body Fluids and Circulation. In this chapter, we discussed a main concept like human excretory system, in that how the heart able to circulate the pure and impure blood without mix, as well as cardiac cycle and disorder related to the heart. Now, in this class, we are going to start a new chapter called excretory products and their elimination. So, what the title is there, excretory products and their elimination. Which products we call as a excretory products, and why those products are able to eliminate in our body. Third one, before that, what is meant by excretion? So, these are the three questions we are going to know its answer. One is what is meant by excretion. Second, which products we call as excretory products, and why those excretory products are able to eliminate in our body. What happens if such products are remains in our body? Okay, let us discuss one by one. First of all, excretion. Excretion is defined as a process in which removal of or elimination of nitrogenous waste like urea, uric acid, and ammonia from body to outside. Such process is called excretion. Once again, removal of nitrogenous waste like urea, uric acid, and ammonia from body to outside. Such process is called excretion. Okay, what the urea, uric acid, and ammonia are there? These three are major nitrogenous products or nitrogenous substances. Apart from these nitrogenous substances, other nitrogenous substances are also there, like creatinine. Okay, then yes, creatinine and other metabolic substances. So, how they are produced in our body? These are produced in our body by metabolic process, metabolic activities. Okay, the ammonia, urea, uric acid. See, the ammonia, urea, uric acid, carbon dioxide, water, ions like sodium, potassium, calcium, phosphate, sulfate, etc. These are accumulated in our body, especially that means not only human body, overall animal body. So, those products are accumulated or produced by a process called metabolic activities. Metabolic activities, nothing but the metabolism. Metabolism means the anabolism and catabolism togetherly called as a metabolism. Catabolism means the breakdowning process. Anabolism means the synthesis process. The breakdowning of organic substances, the synthesis of organic substances is called anabolism. Okay, such substances are removed or partially or maybe totally. So, in this chapter, we are going to learn how these nitrogenous substances are eliminated in our body. Then, what happen if such type of substances are remain in the blood of our body? Okay, this is about the excretion. Okay, then yes, what happen if such excretory products are remains in our body? What happen means these nitrogenous substances are toxic in nature. Such toxic substances remains in our body. It may cause a different type of effect, so that our body able to eliminate such type of excretory products. Okay, so we are going to know, one is what is meant by excretion, second one is which are the excretory products. Excretory products are nothing but nitrogenous products, and third one, why such type of substances are able to eliminate in our body. These three questions we are going to know. Okay. Yes. What the nitrogenous substances are there or excretory products are there? Majorly urea, ammonia and uric acid. When come to their nature, ammonia is most toxic. Ammonia is most, that means highly toxic. It requires a large amount of water for its for elimination. Like that, uric acid is the least toxic. Okay, least toxic because it can be removed with minimum loss of water. Minimum loss of water. Then what the urea is there is a less toxic. Less toxic in nature. Highly toxic is ammonia, less toxic is urea, and least toxic is nothing but uric acid. It may as in our CET or NEET questions concept. Based on nitrogenous substances, overall animals are classified into three types. One is called as a ammonotellic, second one called as a ureotellic, and third one called as a uricotellic. Okay, first one called as ammonotellic, and second one called as a ureotellic, and third one called as a uricotellic. So this is the ammonotellic, second ureotellic, third one called as a uricotellic. Let us study one by one. First one, ammonotellic. The process in which the group of animals eliminate a nitrogenous waste in the form of ammonia from the body to outside. Such group of animals are called as a ammonotellic animals or ammonotellism. The best examples nothing but bony fishes, aquatic amphibians and aquatic insects. These are the best group of animals comes under the ammonotellic animals. Okay. Then what the ammonia is there is a readily soluble. It can be goes outside or exerted outside by diffusion across body surface or through gill surfaces as ammonium ions. But one thing, the kidneys will not play any significant role by removal of such thing. Okay. Then second is nothing but the ureotellic animals. Sorry, ureotellic animals. The group a process in which a group of animals eliminate a nitrogenous waste in the urea form of urea. Such group of animals are called as a ureotellic animals. Sorry, I did one mistake. It is not a process. Okay, once again I am repeating the definition of ammonotellic and ureotellic. Ammonotellic, a group of animals removes the nitrogenous waste in the form of ammonia from body to outside is called as a ammonotellic animals. Second, ureotellic animals, a group of animals eliminate nitrogenous waste in the form of urea from body to outside is called as a ureotellic animals. The best examples is mammals, terrestrial amphibians, marine fishes. Mammals, human beings also comes under this ureotellic animals. Okay. Then last one, uricotellic animals. A group of animals eliminate nitrogenous waste in the form of uric acid from body to outside Such group of animals are called as a uricotelic animals. Uricotelic animals. The best examples nothing but a reptiles, birds, land snails, insects. Okay, except aquatic insects. So those are able to release the nitrogenous waste as nothing but uric acid. But one thing, what the uricotelic animals are there releases the nitrogenous waste as a uric acid, such is in the form of pellet or paste. Okay, with minimum loss of water. So one thing, the uricotelic animals like reptiles, birds, so they release the nitrogenous waste in the form of uric acid. ಸೊ ಈ ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನಸ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಯೂರಿಕ್ ಆ್ಯಸಿಡ್ನ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ಪೆಲ್ಲೆಟ್ ಒಂದು ಪೇಸ್ಟ್ ಥರ ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹಾಕ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ದೆನ್ undigested food and urine both are goes outside in this form nothing but the pellet or paste. ಎರಡು ಒಂದೇ ಸೈಡ್ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯೂರಿನ್ ಬೇರೆ ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ ಥರ ಯೂರಿನ್ ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಅನ್ಡೈಜೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಫುಡ್ ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೋಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಎರಡು ಸಮೇತ ಮಿಕ್ಸಪ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂರಿಕೋಟೆಲಿಕ್ ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಓಕೆ, ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ 3 ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ one is amonotelic, second ureotelic, third one is the uricotelic animals. Uricotelic animals. Once again, I am going to differentiate these 3 group of animals by making a table. Yes. See, this is a table. We are going to understand clearly the differences between amonotelic animals, ureotelic animals and uricotelic animals. In the group of amonotelic animals, the major excretory product is ammonia. Ammonia, it is highly toxic in nature. It is formed in the liver, especially when it comes to the higher animals, during the deamination process of amino acid. Deamination process of amino acid. Deamination means removal of amino group which converts into a amino acid. Okay, then what the ammonia is there, it is a highly soluble in water. The best example, the amonotelic animals nothing but the all aquatic invertebrates, bony fishes as well as a tadpole larvae of amphibians. Okay, then ureotelic animals, the major nitrogenous waste is or material is urea. It is also formed in the liver during the detoxification of ammonia. When come to the human beings, so during the digestion of amino acid, ammonia is formed. Ammonia is highly toxic in nature. Such highly toxic ammonia is converted into urea. Such process we are called as a detoxification. Toxic ammonia into urea is called as a detoxification, where this process is taken place in the liver. The urea is a less toxic and soluble in water. The best examples like cartilaginous fishes, frogs and mammals. Okay, then third one, uricotelic animals. The major excretory product is uric acid. It is also formed in the liver during the metabolism of nucleic acid. Uric acid is least toxic. It's least soluble in water. Best example, reptile, birds, insect, except insect means terrestrial insects. So this is the best example this is the best example table for the amonotelic, uricotelic, ureotelic animals. So what happens in ureotelic animals, especially human being, the digestion of amino proteins, the end product formed called amino acid. Such amino acid able to break down to give ammonia. Ammonia is a highly toxic in nature. That ammonia is converted into urea. That is called the detoxification process. Okay. When the liver is converts the ammonia into urea, such urea is comes to the kidney through blood. The kidneys are able to filter the such urea. Such urea is goes outside from the body in the form of urine. Okay. This is the a simple pathway of excretory system in the human beings. Okay. Apart from this one, let us now discuss the different type of excretory organs which are helpful for excretion in different type of or different group of animals. When come to the invertebrate, a simple tubular forms. Okay, simple tubular forms are helpful for excretory function. Whereas in the vertebrates, the complex tubular organs, nothing but the kidneys, are helpful for excretory function. First one, when come to the protonephridia or flame cells, these are the excretory organs in the platyhelminthes, nothing but the flatworms. Okay, and also rotifers. Some annelids and cephalochordata like Amphiaxis. Protonephridia are the primarily a excretory organ concerned with ionic and fluid volume regulation. That is nothing but the osmoregulation. Osmoregulation means the balance, maintenance or balance of the salt and water concentration. Okay. The nephridia are the tubular excretory structures of earthworms and other annelids. The nephridia help to remove the nitrogenous waste. That means in the annelids and especially when come to earthworms, the nephridia are the excretory organs. Then nephridia not only able to remove the nitrogenous waste, also maintain the fluid and ionic balance. Then Malpighian tubules, which are act as a excretory structure or excretory organs in the insects, especially cockroaches. The Malpighian tubules helps to remove the nitrogenous waste and also osmoregulation. Then very important one, antennal glands or green glands. Antennal glands or green glands, those are the excretory organs in the crustaceans like prawns. Antennal glands and green glands. So ಇದು ನಿಮಗೆ ನೀಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್. Once again, green glands or antennal glands are the excretory organs in the crustaceans like prawns. Malpighian tubules, whereas in the cockroaches and insects. The nephridia in the earthworms, that is nothing but the annelids. Okay. Then protonephridia also in the annelids and also cephalochordates. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೈಮರ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೋಟೋನೆಫ್ರಿಡಿಯಾ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಅಯಾನಿಕ್ ಮತ್ತು ಫ್ಲೂಯಿಡ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇದು ಆಸ್ಮೋ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ದ ಪ್ರೋಟೋನೆಫ್ರಿಡಿಯಾ ಇಸ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಮೆಚೂರ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿ ನೆಫ್ರಿಡಿಯಾ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಿತಿಂಗ್ ಬಡ್ದ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಕ್ರಿಟರಿ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಕೆಲಸ ಆಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ದೆನ್ ಇನ್ ಪ್ಲಾಟಿಹೆಲ್ಮಿಂಥಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೋಟೋನೆಫ್ರಿಡಿಯಾ ಆರ್ ಫ್ಲೇಮ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ದೆನ್ ಮ್ಯಾಮಲ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಾಗ and higher vertebrates ನಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಾಗ kidneys are the excretory organs. Okay, so this in this class we are going to study, one is definition of excretion, which are the excretory products, why they are able to eliminate in our body. Then On the basis of nitrogenous waste, the three group of animals we are going to classify: ammonotelic, ureotelic, uricotelic. Then which are the different type of excretory organs perform a excretory function in different group of animals. ಅದು ಸಮೇತ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಹೋದ್ವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಎಸ್ಕ್ರಿಟರಿ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ತೊಗೊಳೋಣ. ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ನಾವು. ಸೊ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಹೌ ದ ಯೂರಿಯಾ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಗೋಸ್ ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಯೂರಿನ್. ಯೂರಿನ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಯೂರಿಯಾ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ, so what the excretion process is there? The excretion process is taken place in excretory system. When come to the human excretory system, the human excretory system consists a pair of kidney, a pair of ureter, urinary bladder and urethra. So these are the four organs constitute to form a human excretory system. Human excretory system. In the next class, we are going to study what is the structure of human excretory system and what is the function of such human excretory system. Okay, thank you.